I'm Spencer Mason, President of North Carolinians for Home Education, and we are in the offices of the North Carolina Division of Non-Public Education. And we're here to meet with Dr. Chena Flood, who is the director of what is commonly called DNPE. We're going to discuss the policy changes that were announced to take place on July 1st of this year. Thank you very much for having us in and letting us interview you with these policy changes.
No problem, Spencer. I'm glad you're here. I want to do anything I can to make sure we have a good relationship with our homeschool community in North Carolina.
Thank you. To begin with, we had a sheet of paper that we passed out to a lot of the folks at the North Carolinians for Home Education conference in Winston-Salem, and it talked about the changes that were coming. And there were three main points.
And that is a change that we are going to try this year. And the purpose is because we have to make sure that all of these homeschools that we're getting notice of intent forms from and those who are active in the database are still in fact active. Since I've been here and looking at the records and analysis from years past, there are about 6,000 to 8,000 new homeschools each year. And with that increase and having over 46,000 homeschoolers, having just 1 month to try to reconcile all of the information that we receive, whether it's closing, address changes, having 1 month to do that is truly not enough time. So it's really about working with our staff that we have, and as you know, we're very limited in our staff, and providing adequate statistical data based on the information we've received.
Okay.
I do want to say that if there is an extenuating circumstance where a family feels that the only option they have is to withdraw their child in May from their current school and open a homeschool, they can contact us and let us know that this is their only option, and we will work with that family. So we don't want people to think that if there's a bullying situation or some type of abuse situation going on that we will not be sympathetic to their needs, because we will.
Very good.
We are striving to become completely automated. However, we do know that there are families who live in areas where internet accessibility may not be available as it is in other parts of the state. So for those who cannot get to online or is not readily available, they can still contact DNPE, and a notice of intent packet will be mailed to them just like in the past. So we want to move to complete automation, but we know that there are some families who may not be able to move as quickly as we want them to, so we are providing that as a backup plan. So they can still get their notice of intent from us via mail and mail it back to us. They can still request their DEC online, or they can call us as they have done in the past. And if they want to send us something in writing, they can still do that piece. That's not going to change. It says that we are trying to encourage our families to do more of it online. It allows for a quicker response from us and for them to get what they're needing from us, but also so we can have a more accurate date stamp as to when things were requested and when they went out. Okay, and then the next thing about the gray, pink and gray postcards, well, this year they were all gray. And we are suspending that mass mailing. We incur a lot of cost doing those gray cards, and on average about 6,000 of them come back as undeliverable because people have moved and not informed us of their moving, or address changes, they closed, that type of thing. So in order to be more cost effective in the current economic times, we're suspending that bulk mailing, and we're going to move to an email alert system during this annual time of update. Okay. If there is a time when we need to get specific information out to the homeschool families, if we have email addresses on file, we will definitely email. But if it's something specific to one specific family or a group of families, of course we will mail them something. We won't just send out emails. Okay. But we're moving to be more automated in that sense, to cut our costs. And as you know, we have 5.75 people who work here, so we're trying to do as much as we can with the limited number of staff members that we have. Initially, that was our thought, but I have since learned, since that flyer was handed out at NCHE, that process is not something that we can do. So the online profile piece is not going to be activated. So homeschool families don't have to worry about creating that online profile.